Welcome to my cottage tour before I turn it into a homestead. I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory about the house before giving you the full tour, so you know a little bit more about it and what I want to do with it. The last renovation made to this cottage was in the 80s, so it needs a little bit of love, and also no one has lived here since 2005. So it's been semi-abandoned for 20 years. The family used to come here once or twice a year just to check on the roofs and a couple of more things, but the house has been unlived for 20 years. And also the only renovation I've done for now is changing the wood boiler for an oil one, so the heating would be a little bit more easy the first winter. The land is about 1.5 acres and I have some fruit trees, and the house is just in the middle, and we are on the outskirts of a really tiny town. There's about 50 people living here the whole year. This is the main entrance of the cottage, and it has a little gallery here outside and the entryway. And as you get in, the corridor makes like a T. So in the shorter part of the T, on the left, there's what currently is the living room, but at some point it will change and it will be the dining room as it is opposite the kitchen. Then if you go to the right, there's the kitchen. It's a very 80s kitchen, and the furniture was already here apart from the fridge. So I'll be renovating the colors and the floor and at some point the furniture too. Then if you go to the other part of the T and you turn to the left, there's the bathroom, also a very 80s bathroom. The tiles are a statement, but I'm growing to love it a little bit more. But I also be renovating this. Then next to the bathroom, there's this room where I have just a computer and a wardrobe right now. It's like an all things room that I don't know still what I'm going to do with it. Then next to it is what currently is the dining room, but I'll show you it later. And then if you go to the end of the corridor, there's the main bedroom, which is my bedroom. And then I have also my Mac because I use it as a TV, and I have a little craft corner and this big wardrobe that was already here. And then in front of this room is what I have right now as a guest room. My parents have just spent Christmas here with me, so this is the bedroom where they have stayed. It's a very bright room and very simple, but I like it very much for when they come visit. And then if you go through the dining room, which is kind of a small-ish room, this room will be the living room because after a couple months living here, it's colder in summer and warmer in winter, so I prefer this as a living room. So I'll be removing all this furniture and renovating it and moving it to other parts of the cottage and bringing here the living room. And then if you go through this part, there's like an extension that the previous owners made here where they built like a little tiny apartment. It has a bathroom and a little kitchen counter and a bed. And right now I have it as a storage room mainly for all the kiwis I've been harvesting from the garden and also for little different things. But I still don't know what I'm going to do with this part of the cottage. The ceilings are very high and it's very white and very bright, and it has their own entrance. So I think it could be something very, very cool. And this door goes to the back garden, which is where I'm turning into a cottage garden with lots of flowers because the barbecue is also there, and I think it could be very cute. So my plan for the cottage is to be renovating every room slowly to give it a cozier look. Right now everything is very white and the doors are very brown. I don't particularly like this shade of brown, so I'll be renovating every different room, giving it like a cozier farmhouse style on a budget, and learning through the process because I have no idea of what I'm doing. And also on the land, I want to be building slowly a homestead. I want to build a chicken coop and a chicken run. Eventually I'll have a greenhouse and I will be building my food garden and also planting more trees and more flowers to create a backyard homestead. The house needs a big renovation on the roof because it needs to be replaced, but right now it's kind of useful and it can survive as it is, so I'm going to save a little bit more money before doing that big renovation because I can't do that by myself. So the roof will wait and will be redone eventually, but for now I'm going to be doing jobs around the cottage and around the garden to renovate it and build a backyard homestead. So these are my plans and this is my project. I hope you like it and you follow along for the journey and to see how I learn to do everything because I'm very new to this life.